Okay, so we've been talking about fear of riding your horse and how to overcome it. Subscribe to the channel, Tom O'Ryan, Performance Coach, and go back and catch up on the videos that you haven't seen. Throughout these videos, I've been offering ways to decrease the anxious sensations that you get, whether it be a racing heart or adrenaline running through your veins and making you shaky, or maybe your stomach is having butterflies, or whatever body sensation happens to you that lets you know that you're anxious. There's also things we can do in terms of the root of the problem. And the root of the problem is the thoughts that you're thinking that scare you. And so we want to upgrade those thoughts. And at the same time, we also want to decrease the anxious sensations before you get overactivated and in a more anxious state. Better to catch it early than late. What we're going to talk about today is something that's very simple to do. You can do it anytime, any place, and it's something that you can do covertly. In other words, people aren't even going to be aware that you're doing it. It's called expanded awareness. Pick a spot out in front of you, a little bit above eye level, something on the wall, something in the scenery in front of you, whatever it might be. And as you focus on that spot, keeping your eyes locked on that spot, begin to notice the space around the spot and let it expand up, down, side to side until I see peripherally, I can see my fingers wiggling. As you look at that spot in front of you, soften your gaze and allow it to expand. You might even imagine expanding beyond where your visual field is and all the way behind you, 360 degrees. Now, this does a couple things. And primarily, when you are afraid of something, if there's something that's threatening you, that's dangerous, all your vision is going to be like tunnel vision, focused on that one particular thing. If it's a dog that bit you, say it's a Doberman or a Pit Bull or a Rottweiler, whatever kind of dog it is that bit you, whenever you see that breed of dog, you're going to focus on that dog and you're not even going to be noticing anything else that's around it. You're going to be focusing on that potential threat. And that's known as foveal vision. That will trigger your sympathetic nervous system, which is nervousness and anxiousness. You want to spread your vision out. That will trigger the parasympathetic nervous system, which is rest and relaxation. That is a physiological thing that will happen on its own just by your field of vision, what you're paying attention to. The other thing that it does that is really, really useful is it quiets your mind. You might have a cacophony of noise in your head, all kinds of thoughts bombarding you, and you become overwhelmed. As you get anxious, that's pretty typical that people are going to think more than one thought that make you feel nervous, and at a certain point, make you feel overwhelmed. Not only is the peripheral vision going to calm you down because it's triggering the parasympathetic nervous system, but also it's quieting your mind. Your mind will go silent, and that's huge because what's really causing the problem is the thoughts. And that in itself is a huge win for us. Play with it. And the more you play with it, it'll get to the point where you focus on something out in front of you, a little bit above your line of vision, and focus on that. Soften your gaze, allow it to expand, and it'll be like this. You can do it in a matter of a second or two. Go from focused foveal vision to peripheral vision. And the more you do it, the simpler it is to do. If you feel yourself getting triggered, getting anxious, you can just do that and it's going to calm you down and it's going to quiet the thoughts that are making you nervous. So play with that. The more you do it, the easier it'll be to access, and nobody even knows that you're doing it. It's such an effective thing to do to quiet your mind. Tom O'Ryan, equestrianhypnocoach.com. Follow me for more.